It's expected that some congressional lawmakers will once again take aim at the subsidies paid to companies which blend ethanol into their gasoline. Barring any action, the so-called blender's credit will expire at the end of the year. Ethanol provides about 10% of our nation's automotive fuel, and that is likely to go higher if federal mandates are met. Most hope that ethanol will eventually be made from other sources, such as from wood and plant fibers. But even plans to reach that goal are drawing fire from some farm state lawmakers. Market to Market's Mark Pearson reports.
Congress failed to remove the subsidy, allowing ethanol blenders to defer some of the costs, known as the blender's credit. Fuel companies receive 45 cents for every gallon of the corn-based fuel mixed into conventional gasoline. According to the Renewable Fuels Association, or RFA, after the recent failed attempt to remove the blender's credit, there are still those in Congress who want to eliminate subsidies for biofuels. While new moves may not be as blatant as recent attempts to eliminate the blender's credit, according to RFA President and CEO Bob Dineen, congressional members from oil patch states, as well as others, could eliminate funding for certain EPA and USDA programs and slash income for ethanol producers. Dineen has said he would support elimination of the blender's credit if there was a gradual phase-out. The RFA's support comes on the heels of the official federal increase in the amount of ethanol blended in U.S. motor fuel from 10% to 15%. Dineen also points out oil companies receive subsidies as well. While as much as $6 billion goes to ethanol blenders every year, a recent study conducted by DTN Progressive Farmer revealed oil companies receive up to $17 billion in subsidies annually.
Thank you, everybody.
And the Obama administration remains committed to developing biofuels in the United States.
I will say that the more we see the science, the more we want to find ways to diversify our biofuels so that we're not just reliant on corn-based ethanol. The key going forward is going to be, can we create biofuels out of switchgrass and wood chips and other materials that right now are considered waste materials. And part of the reason that's important is because, as I think most farmers here know, particularly if you're in livestock farming, right now the costs of feed keep on going up, and the cost of food as a consequence are also going up.
The president also announced a joint project between the Department of Energy, USDA, and the Navy to develop alternative fuels for the U.S. military. Over the next 3 years, the biofuels industry will receive an injection of $510 million to help the Navy power vehicles, planes, and ships. The Navy has set a goal of receiving half of its energy needs from biofuels by 2020.
To look at his schedule.
One of the more vocal objections to the program came from Minnesota Congressman Colin Peterson, a Democrat. Peterson, the ranking member of the House Agriculture Committee, says the plan will likely not work and threatens Minnesota's 21 ethanol plants. Peterson has lobbied against the plan for 2 years because he feels costs would be too high and the only ones to benefit would be large oil companies.
Congressman Peterson told the Duluth News-Tribune he doesn't think a large federal investment in non-corn biofuels will pan out. He said it will take even more subsidies to get such programs off the ground. Peterson says this comes at a time when the Congress is looking to cut spending instead of increasing it.